Okay, go ahead.
My name is Daniel Navarrete.
My name is Fred Lopez.
My name is Jose.
My name is Angel Escalante.
So I just wanted to ask you guys, could you just tell me a little bit about your life and your story and how you guys ended up here?
Well, starting with me, everything started by doing wrong. We don't know that we were doing wrong, doing drugs, doing everything that we're not supposed to do, and we ended up committing a crime. Now we're here paying for it. That's about it right now.
How much time?
I'm done with a lot of time.
Tell them. Tell those kids out there. You're speaking to the kids.
Well, me, I'm doing 57 years, and I'm being through tough times, rough times, but since I'm being saved, that's one way to get closer to the Lord and be a help for somebody that don't know the Lord and still think that she's doing right, but getting closer to the Lord is the best thing that happens to a human person.
Okay. First of all, I'm excited because these brothers right here, I was wearing blue at one time, and we were all in the same yard and playing guitar and going to the chapel, and we were just...
How many years ago was that, Fred?
That was 6 years ago, and we were all in Calipat prison at that time. And I paroled from that prison 6 years ago, and for first-degree murder out of Los Angeles. I did 29 years straight in California Department of Corrections, and I got out at the age of 47. I went in at age 18. And I found the Lord up in the isolation, up in the SHU programs, because when I first came into prison, I got caught up into the violence and the criminal mind behavior inside the penitentiaries. And I ended up turning to the Lord. I had a very early childhood experience with the Lord, and I had ran from Him I never really got to know Him in discipleship, but I knew He was real. So it was at that time in the bottom of my life up in the isolation cells in San Quentin that He got my attention, and I picked up the Word. Excuse me, I'm getting a little... I picked up the Word, and I began the journey. It was a long journey because there was a lot of darkness. There was a lot of childhood wounds, a lot of things that I wasn't even aware that had to be changed. Even if I wanted to change, I had to go through a process of weeding those things out of me, and the Lord had to do it in His time. A lot of disappointments, a lot of discouragement as a young Christian, because I thought being a Christian, you know, you were supposed to go out and you were supposed to not sin no more. And I realized that that wasn't the way Christianity is. That's why they call babies milk in the Bible, because you have a lot of dirty diapers, you have a lot of running noses, and you got a lot of ugliness that God has to clean up. And in that process, He did it through a gradual increment of time. Scary moments, but I eventually learned how to deal with those disappointments. And He ended up surprising me and giving me a parole date in 2011 under Arnold Schwarzenegger, the governor, and I got out, and I've been out now, and now I'm coming back. God opened the doors. I'm coming back in penitentiaries, and I'm able to bring hope.
I'm Jose. I got arrested when I was 18 years old. I was sentenced to 35 years to life, and I came from a broken home, so that led me to want to be look the attention and acceptance outside my home, and that led me to be involved in a gang. So, you know, I would say to those kids out there that might be in the same situation, you know, that's not the way to go, because of that, running with the wrong crowd, you know, and due to my wrong decisions, I ended up, you know, as I mentioned, getting a 35 years to life sentence. And but I have to say that, you know, being in prison, even though it hasn't been easy, with God's help, it has been a lot easier. You know, there's one psalm that I really like and identify a lot with. This Psalms 40, because it says that I waited patiently on the Lord, and He helped me. You know, and He has been helping me. You know, he has been he's the one that has been with me all this time. You know, there's another verse also that says that when my mother and my father forsake me, you know, that he will take care of me, and he has been faithful ever since the day I decided to turn to him. You know, he has been there for me, and in those times when I feel like giving up, you know, he somehow, some way, he shows up. Whether it be through a brother or the Bible or something, he always shows up and lets me know that he's right there. And all I have to do is just trust him. And to see my brother here today just gives me a lot more hope and a lot more faith, and know that one day I might be wearing a black jacket just like his instead of, you know, blues. So I just want to say to all the, you know, all the kids out there, you know, that drugs and gangs and all that is not the way to go. It seems fun and cool, as they say, on the outside, but once you get in it and then you face the consequences, it's not cool at all. You lose, you know, your family, you know, your freedom. You know, I've been in here for almost 16 years. You know, there's a lot of things that I wish I was doing out there with my family now. Unfortunately, I can't because of my bad decisions. So I would just recommend that, you know, you seek the Lord, and that, you know, you ask for help if you're having problems. Whatever problems you're having, there's always somebody willing to listen to you and give you help. So I would recommend that you do that, so that way, you know, your life can be better out there. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
My name's Angel, and I just have to say, you know, how blessed I am to see my brother Fred Lopez. We were over at Calipat together for 8 years, and you know, I'm so blessed to see him in his street clothes too. I got caught up in a murder myself, you know, for hanging out with the wrong people. I gotta echo what my brother Jose says. For the youth that's out there listening, you know, choose your friends wisely. You know, a true friend isn't gonna pressure you to do something wrong or to lead you to do things that you can get in trouble for. You know, it might seem fun at the time, but the consequences are long. I got 2 life sentences behind. You know, a man lost his life. You know, a family lost a family member. You know, and it was all just behind partying and doing drugs and living that lifestyle. But I thank God, you know, that I have the Lord in my life, because in spite of everything else that I've had to go through, and just seeing my brothers here, you know, what God has done in their lives, let us be an example to you guys that there is hope, and that hope has a name. His name is Jesus.
Amen.
And so, you know, like the brother was saying, if you have any problems, seek help. You know, I heard it said like this one time, you know, because we need to ask sometimes when we don't know the answers. You know, I heard that the dumbest question is the one that's never asked. You know, so don't ever be too prideful to ask questions and ask for help. God bless you guys.
And if you guys had something that you would want to say to your family or friends, the people who are outside of that are important to you, what would you tell them?
Well,
He's thinking. He's thinking.
well, not just family members, but everybody up there that is doing up there. Right now, at this moment, can be thinking, nobody cares. Nobody loves me. But there's always somebody that is there for you. Always. And remember that.
Well, I have the best friend that there is, and his name's Jesus.
Amen.
He's walked with me through. You don't always get to experience love in the way that we do as humans with God, because there's so much seriousness involved that His love will break your legs. His love will let you lose an eye or send you in a life sentence in a penitentiary.
because it's what you need to spare you from hell.
Yeah, to my family, I just want to say that I'm coming home, and here's the hope right here. Coming home and you know, to everyone that will see this, you know, that same thing, that if you think that nobody cares, nobody loves you, there's someone that is always there. You just have to reach out. That is God. That's it. Thank you.
Hi, Mom and Dad. I love you guys. Love my kids. Hosanna, Christian, Hope, Noel, Angelica. You know, love you guys. My grandbabies, I don't even know yet. I love you guys too. Aiden and Harlow and Rowan. Love you guys. For everybody that's watching, you know, I hope that these testimonies have touched your heart, you know, because I've said like this in my testimony, you know, I lost everything, you know, I 2 life sentences. It was just a ugly reality, you know. It just felt like the whole bottom fell out on me, and I said this in my testimony, that when you lose I've been blessed to have lost everything, because when you lose everything, you have everything to gain, and when you gain Christ, you realize that He was all you needed in the first place. So if you're out there and you're hurting, and you're looking for hope, you're looking for an answer, you know, Jesus is the answer. God bless you guys. I love you.
Thank you very much, you guys.
Oh, by the way, I got one last word. So he turns murderers into big crybabies like Jeremiah.
That's right. Yes, He does. Yes, He does.